right, today's gadget available at Gadgets Galore is the best gadget you want to have. It is the Rite bind-up tool for $7.50. It's a must-have. The easy way to connect your binding on your quilting project, you leave approximately 5 inches on each side of your binding unsewn. You bring your unfinished edges together, fold together, press either with an iron or finger press. I leave about 1/8 of an inch opening, just because then as I'm pulling my fabric it becomes perfect. In order to do the left side, we are now going to open this pressed binding. Where you have pressed, there will be a mark, and I tend to mark this with my friction pen so that I have an X on the binding. I have the L so that I can read it. I put that X right over my cross mark. I take my friction pen and draw a line. I slide the ruler down, and I have that little dog ear marked, and I'm ready to cut. I cut with my scissors. And then you're going to see me do the same thing to the right side. Since I have started using this tool, I have only once made a mistake on cutting the binding the correct way. This is now my right side, and this is where it gets tricky. You're going to again mark your X on the inside of where you have pressed. You are going to now turn your Rite tool so that you can see that R correctly. You are going to line that crosshatch again up on your crosshatch. You're going to draw your line. I slide it back, cut off the dog ear. Then when I cut, I turn mine so I'm cutting again with my scissors. Now, when this is done, you're going to see when you lay them together that you have the match. And then I take up my fabric and I pin this just like you're going to perpendicular your binding when you are putting your binding pieces together. I put 3 pins in, one on the left, one over here on the right, and one in the middle along that crosshatch. And when you take it to the machine, you're going to stitch your 1/4 inch of a seam. It'll go right through that center. It'll come right out on this point. And when you are done, you can finger press that seam open. You'll lay it on your fabric, and you can continue stitching the rest of your binding. There are easy instructions that come with the tool, easy to follow, just 7 simple steps. And there is also a reference to a Rite online use that you can get online, Quilter's Paradise. And that is on the instruction sheet. All right, so we have been to the machine now. We've stitched our 1/4 inch seam. You'll see that when we fold it, you have your seam in perfect. So then I finger press this open, and I have no dog ears to contain with. They're already taken care of. We line it up against the edge and pin into place, stitch, and voila, you are done.